as a CIA operative, how do you make sure that you're in control right off the bat? What is your modus operandi in that?
When you're with a person, you're always trying to do the same thing that the government does with the mass. You're always trying to direct their behavior. You know that you can't really control them. I can want you to drink a cup of coffee, but I can't force you to drink a cup of coffee. I can't control that you drink what I want you to drink. So instead, I have to use tools that help to direct that activity. We use a lot of what's known as assessment tools. Assessment tools are tools that give you verbal and nonverbal feedback in the moment so that you can start to understand the person's thoughts, the person's feelings, the person's behaviors, values, patterns, ideas. And as you learn about what that person cares about, you try to reflect it back to them, something called mirroring. So you talk about your faith, I'll talk about my faith. If I see you wearing all black, like I see you today, the next time that we would meet together, I wouldn't be wearing white, right? I'd be wearing nicer shoes because clearly shoes matter to you. You've got a ton of very specific fashion here, right? With the metals that are crossing over each other and the low cut socks. Like there is an intentionality to the way that you're dressed. So if I want to mirror you, I need to show more intentionality in the way that I dress. And that's how we go about building this assessment and building this subconscious trust. And then after we have that subconscious trust, we can become more direct in how we're trying to direct you. It would be kind of rash for me to just order you a cappuccino right now. I don't know if you even drink coffee, but if we have a second or third meeting together, it's fair enough for me to say, hey, do you drink cappuccino? Because there's a great one here I'd love to order for you. And now I'm that much closer to getting you to do what I want you to do. Replace cappuccino with, tell me about your bank accounts. Tell me about your boss. Tell me about a new project that you're working on, right? How exactly do you leave North Korea? Since most people can't leave North Korea. It gets us in the direction of where I need to go, but it's not based on control, it's based on direction.
So is it kind of manipulation in a way?
Manipulation is a very fair word to use. I do a lot of using CIA terminology because it gives you such great insight into CIA to understand how they choose their words. Manipulation is a word that many people use, and it's a nefarious word. It has malicious intent behind it. It's not a positive word. Nobody wants to be manipulated, right? CIA teaches us that manipulation might be one way of interpreting what we're doing. If you imagine a coin, right? A large gold coin. The coin has two different sides, and on each side is printed a different symbol. That's what we call heads and tails, right?
Right.
So the heads might have the head of a famous president, the tails might have a picture of a famous landmark. But the head side and the tail side isn't what actually carries the value of the coin. It's still a gold coin. The value is the metal itself. We see manipulation the same way. Manipulation is one side of the coin. Motivation is the other side of the coin. So whether you manipulate somebody or motivate somebody is irrelevant. The value is the metal itself. The value is getting them to do what you want them to do. You can manipulate people to get them to do what you want them to do, but you can also motivate people to get them to do what you want them to do. So when people accuse CIA of manipulation, you have 10,000 undercover CIA officers who are saying, you don't get it. We're just motivating them.
Right. Yeah, very interesting. I have to do something right now because since you brought up cappuccino, my viewers are very in tune to this, okay? I was going to pour you a glass of wine. This is, by the way, non-alcoholic. You drink it, you don't have to drink it.
No.
But I'll tell you the difference. And this is after a few minutes talking to you. If I were to pour the wine this way, my viewers would say, I'm not paying attention to this guy. Because an old mob technique, let's say we're all sitting at a table and somebody walked over and wanted to sit down and join into the conversation. Well, if somebody recognized that this person we shouldn't be speaking in front of, when I poured the wine, I would pour it backwards like this. So, hey, this guy's not on the level, don't talk in front of him, just silence. But since we're talking, you're coming this way because I trust what you have to say, Andrew.
That's a great technique.
We had our subtle techniques too.
Yeah.
in that life. But
So
this is
let me share.
Yeah,
And then I want to share one of our alcohol techniques with you.
I love it.
That smells nice.
I'm not alcoholic. You have to have a taste for it. But people are loving this, by the way.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So I have to share our alcohol tip with you. So CIA knows that alcohol gets people relaxed. It gets people to let go of certain inhibitions. Keeping secrets is something that inhibits people from talking. But when you're sitting with a Russian, a Romanian, a Ukrainian, a Japanese, a North Korean, or a South Korean, a Chinese, they can drink, especially their own local drink of choice. They can absolutely outdrink any foreigner who's trying to start a conversation over alcohol. So we're taught that we go to the bartenders early and we tell them, hey, the tab's going to be on us. And we give them a huge tip early, $50 tip, $100 tip, depending on what we think we're going to spend right out of the gates. Hey, I'm over here. Tab's on me. Here's your tip. Now, here's what I need you to do. I need you to dip the rim of my glass in the alcohol of choice, but then fill my glass without any alcohol in it. So if we're having an old fashioned, if we're having a gin and tonic, if we're having whatever, make it look right with the right ingredients, but don't put alcohol in my drink. Just keep it on the rim. And we'll tell the bartender, hey, I'm with some heavy drinkers and I just want to make sure I can drive myself home at night. They never have an issue at all because they already got their tip. Right? So they are happy to dip your rim in whatever they want to dip it in, charge full price for it, nobody's losing, and then give you a drink that when you go to the bathroom and your asset smells your drink, no, it's definitely got gin in there. And they never realize that you're actually drinking a virgin drink.
Wow. Might I use that? You can use mine. They may think you're a mob guy, though, if you do that. That's really cool. That's great. So let me ask you, so your whole job as a CIA agent is really to learn how to motivate, manipulate people. That's really what it is.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And we do it with a couple different end goals in mind, right? Sometimes we want to steal secrets. Sometimes we want to find a way to create sabotage. Sometimes we're looking to gain a connection. So we realize that your secrets are good, but not as good as that other person's secrets. So we need you to connect us. So there's different types of outcomes that we're looking for, but at the end of the day, it's all people. CIA is the United States primary human intelligence agency. Human intelligence is a specific term known as HUMINT. It's a specific intelligence type of several intelligence types that exist inside the United States. Human intelligence is HUMINT. Signals intelligence, like what NSA does, is SIGINT. Measurement intelligence is MASINT. Defense intelligence is DEFINT. Imagery intelligence is IMINT. And there's all these different types of INTs. And there's a different agency that masters each one. CIA is the premier agency in the United States for human intelligence.